Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys. What I'm gonna do is today I thought I'd put together a day with me. I don't think I've shared with you, where we are. So it's Ramadan 2018. I did have my little one 7 weeks ago, so I've been able to only miss about 12 fasts this year. And alhamdulillah, I've been able to keep them since. We're in the last sort of 10 days now, so it's a bit scary, like how fast everything's gone. I didn't really, think that I would be able to fast this year, but alhamdulillah, I have been able to. I just kind of wanted to share, how I've been feeling when I've been doing it, especially with my little one, being up at night and stuff like that. At the minute she's here just next to me. You can probably hear her like cooing and making all sorts of noises. The first couple of days were really, really hard for us because, obviously the days are really long, the longest, and then I've been up like kind of all night, and after Sairah, I haven't been sleeping because her like sort of feeding clock kind of kicks in at that point. So literally after iftar, I don't like go to bed, and then after Sairah I'm normally up feeding her, and then I think my best time that I normally tend to get sleep is weirdly between sort of 8 and 10 in the morning. I think that's when like my husband, he gets up and goes to work and everything. And that's when I'll kind of be half awake, and then that's when I get my deepest sleep. The first couple of days were really hard because I felt like I was, really hungry and thirsty and things. I'm not, just so you're aware, I'm not breastfeeding. I am on formula, so she's on formula, and it's just what worked for her and me. I'll do another video on feeding and sort of the sort of pressures of the ways to feed your child and things like that. I'll focus on that another time. So that's obviously made it a lot easier. I think if I was breastfeeding, because obviously you lose a lot from your body, it probably would have been a lot more difficult for me. The other thing is that I kind of wanted to go through sort of what we do on a daily basis and how it all works in this with my family. I live with my in-laws, so I've got 2 sister-in-laws, and I've got my father and my mother-in-law, and then there's me and my husband and Sairah. So there are like a few of us. We're quite a small family for a Bengali family, I think, considering I'm from a family of sort of 7 of us kids. So I'm one of 7. I've got 3 brothers and 3 sisters. So this is very quiet in comparison to what I was used to growing up. On a normal day, now it's what, 9:45. Today I had to take my car to the garage today, so I went out in the morning and dropped my car off. But normally by 10 I'm up. I tried to stay upstairs in my room till about at least 11, just give Sairah that time to just wake up and slowly get together and everything. I usually tend to come down and then start cleaning and washing all her bottles, her clothes. Like, that is basically what my life is all about at the minute, just washing, whether it be bottles or clothes. That's all it is. It's just what you do. And all of the mums out there, they'll know exactly what it's like. My hands have gone like so dry, so at the minute I'm on Vaseline. I've even tried like Burt's Bees hand cream. I know I'm going a bit of a tangent, but I need some advice on what you think I should use. But it's like, I think it's because I've been like washing quite a bit. Vaseline is helping, but it's just not quick enough. So any suggestions would be grateful. So I'm willing to try whatever it is. And then I normally go on and after doing all the washing and put all that on, I normally try and see if I can get Sairah to have a bath by latest 1 o'clock. After that, then it's like another feed, and then that's when I kind of get some time to myself, because my mother-in-law and father-in-law tend to look after Sairah in the afternoon, which is a blessing in itself, because it's a blessing for her because she gets her grandparents, and also for me because I get all the help that I can get, and I get some time for myself, and that's when I can have a good bath, or if I want to sit and do writing or whatever I want to do, I have the opportunity to do that. So all I can say is that it is a really, really, like, it's great. Honestly, it's so good to have them around. By the evening, like by about 3:30, 4 o'clock, my sister-in-laws tend to come home, so they're both teachers, so between sort of 4 and 6 they're home, and that the evening is their time with their niece. I'm always around for feeds, obviously nappies, but they are learning to do it all as well. So and I think it's dead important that they get that time with her, and she does as well, because it's I want her to get to know her aunties and her grandparents and be able to have that bond with them. Use the help that you have around you when you've got a new one. I can't say that enough. But it is, it's honestly, it's so good, and it makes life a lot easier. And then that's when kind of the iftar prep starts. So it's quite, I do have things to do in the evenings, and things like that, but I'll take you through everything during the day, what I'm doing. Evening, because it's Ramadan, is normally like everyone goes their own ways and reads Quran, and because obviously the last 10 days everyone's praying, and we all tend to go in our own little rooms. I do tend to try and read as much as I can, but my day is dictated by Sairah, so it's whatever she needs. I'm gonna get on with my stuff while she's asleep. I've got bottles to wash, and I've got to put washing in, so and I'm gonna sort out these rooms, because at the minute you can only see one side, but the other side of it, it's horrendous. There's a lot of stuff just everywhere. I'll get on with it, so speak to you in a bit. I make cakes on a professional level, so for like weddings and birthdays and all sorts of celebrations. So since about when I was about 6-7 months pregnant, I thought, right, I'm not going to do any cakes, just because it was, you know, going to be far too much for me, because I was working full time as well, and it, you know, physically it wouldn't be feasible, and it wouldn't be a good healthy thing to do anyway. So as you can see, I've got like, this is actually my dining room. Our dining room, it's now ended up being like, if you see here, I've got like baby stuff on here. I've got a baby bath here because she has Sairah has a bath downstairs. I've got actually a pot there, that's my mum's, which I'm gonna get back to her. And then you'll see like behind me I've got like boxes from where we've been given like mithai and stuff, and over there's a clothes rack as well. So I mean, that's got to stay because obviously I do so much washing for Sairah that I've got to hang them up there. But I need to clear this table. So like I've got like cakey stuff as well. So these are like standard stuff for my cakes. So I'm gonna go hunt around for a box to put this in, so I can put them all in the garage, whatever I don't need, and move these things out of here because this is, I mean, I'll show you. It's literally just taken over the whole table. So I'm gonna sort that out. As you know, in the middle of kind of cleaning, Sairah started crying, so I've just put her back to bed, you know, sorted her out and everything. So back to my cleaning. So I've done the wiping and cleaning and getting rid of things that shouldn't be around. I was going to go for a bit of a walk actually, but it's Sarah's just making funny sounds. But it looks a bit cloudy, so I've got her pram and everything, took it out of my car, thinking I could go for a bit of a walk with her. We do have a doctor's appointment later on, me and her. It's our 6-week one, so I'll probably walk it. It just weather permitting. If not, then I'll just be really nice to my father-in-law and ask him to drop me off. It's probably a good half an hour walk, I think. But yeah, what I want to do is actually take a picture of Sairah with, I bought these blocks for Milestones, so hang on, I'll show you guys. So it's these blocks. I got them off Amazon. I've been able to do a couple. So we did 1 month because early days were just too busy and too shattering to even do sort of weekly ones or daily ones or anything. I could probably put one together like with the timestamps I've got on my phone, but not to physically put these blocks out next to her. And then I've got a 6-week one, so I'm yet to do her 7-week one. It's kind of like falls a little bit behind, but I might just do 8 weeks. But whatever it is, I need to take a picture today. But they're really cool actually. I got them from Amazon. Like I say, they are wooden blocks, because the cards I didn't really like because some of it doesn't really apply to us. So it's like the first day, you know, first time said dad and mum. Obviously we don't do that. It's Amman Abba or whatever you want to, Man Baba or whatever you want to call yourselves. So a lot of it didn't really apply to us. So I thought this is better because, I mean, there's pros and cons with these because it's in blocks, so there's only certain numbers on here and certain numbers on here, because obviously they each have only got 6 sides. So and then there's only one of them that says I am. So if you're ever doing like 1, 3, 5, 2 and 4 for anything, you can't use I am next to it. So this has obviously got the rest of the numbers on, and then this one actually says weeks, days, months and years. So, you know, as she grows older, I'll be doing that. I'll put it next to her. It's funny because you never want to miss a moment with your little one, and you want to document it, and you want to do as much as you can to remember every single minute. And I'm hoping that all of this will be available for her to see. Which reminds me, actually, rather than having everything on my phone, I need to put it on cloud, like sort of back it up somewhere in a folder of all her photos, because I'll be devastated if anything ever happened to my phone, which I've had done before with my nephew, and it is just so, like, it's heartbreaking because you can't even do anything to get their photos back. Proper first world problems, obviously. So that's something I want to do today. I'm going to try and wait until she wakes up. It's 11 o'clock now. She tends to wake up quite, you know, probably in the next hour or something. She might wake up for a couple of hours. So I'm just going to take, as soon as I've got my window there, I'm going to take it. I've got to go to the doctor's at 3, so what I might do now is I think I'm going to sit and do some writing. So I'm in the middle of writing another blog for my site, so I think it would be productive for me to just do some of that, probably do some reading, and then Zohar time I will pray, and then probably just read some then. And after Zohar, just get out for going to the doctor's. But I'll catch you sort of in the middle of that somewhere. But yeah. So we're now ready to go to the doctor's. I've just got Sairah in my arms, and as usual, she's just wanting to feed as soon as we're trying to get out. And I'm trying to burp her right now. So I'm going to be going on a bit of a walk soon. I was hoping that the weather would be nice, but as you can see, or not, you can't see, it's quite cloudy, and I'm hoping it doesn't rain by the time I'm walking. But let's see what happens. But I feel like I'm tired already walking around with her up and down the stairs, but I shall catch yous when I get back. Okay then. So I came back a little while ago. It's now I think about 6, half 6. Went for a bit of a walk after went to the doctor's with Sairah, so alhamdulillah all is good with her. She's, you know, she was quite funny actually. Every time the doctor kept trying to check her eyes, she was fast asleep. So every time he switched the light off, she would close her eyes and fall like straight to sleep. Putting it back on again, she was opening her eyes. I wish she would honestly do that when she was at home with me as well. But it was just too funny, honestly. I thought it should have just been a funny child. But yeah, so she's, so she's alhamdulillah all fine, so we're checking everything. So, and then I thought, right, and then on the way home, so there's a Sainsbury's next to me, so I thought, right, I'll go pop in and get something for iftar tonight. I'm actually going to make some tacos, so the soft tortilla tacos, or not the crunchy ones. I've had the crunchy ones before. I'm not a massive fan. I like enchiladas, but I thought I'll get the soft tacos instead, see what they're like. And then I've also, which like I'm looking forward to, I've got brownies, like a brownie to make in the oven, which I'll chuck in. I know I make cakes, and I'm not doing it from scratch, but it's Ramadan and I am not gonna be like making a cake and stuff like that, unfortunately. So let's see what it's like. But I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. I'm just like dying for some chocolate. And then I thought, right, I'll get some like garlic bread to have on the side, and then I've got some salads. So it should be a nice, nice iftar, rather than having the traditional kind of samosas and, pakoras and all the rest of it. And but let's see what it's like. And I think, like, my husband, he doesn't really have a lot of the like traditional, chickpeas and stuff that we normally have. So I always end up having to make him something different, like some pasta or wraps or something like that. So because all of us will be having this, it'll be good. So what I did is I rushed home, and I've just had to take the keema out now. I hope it just defrosts, so I've put it in like hot water. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it'll defrost in time. But apart from that, now I am gonna get out of my, outside clothes, and pray, and then I will be just probably read for a bit, and then I will probably it'll be in time for Sairah's next feed, because I've just fed her now, so she's kind of fallen asleep. She's with her auntie at the minute, which is a lifesaver. When they get home, honestly, it's amazing. It's really good for me. So then she's probably going to be in time for her next feed, and then I'll be, as soon as she has her next feed, I'll be prepping for iftar. So when I'm in the kitchen, maybe if I get a chance, I will video it. However, my sister-in-laws are not on social media as such, so if they're in the kitchen, unfortunately, I won't be videoing them, unless they're happy to do so. But if not, obviously, I'll catch up with you tonight. So Sairah's now had her feed, so it's about 12 o'clock now, and she's downstairs with her dad. I've just come up just to bring her bottles up and sort stuff out up here before bringing her up as well. And then I'm going to run down and grab her, and that is it. And obviously I'm not going to go to sleep yet because it'll be Sairah soon, and it's just not really worth it. I'll probably just lie down for a bit, but yeah, so, and her dad's probably going to stay awake until Sairah eats something and then go to bed because he's got work in the morning. But thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Let me know if you've got any questions, but inshallah I will speak to you guys soon. Okay then, in a bit. Assalamu alaikum.